I'm going to work a little bit on my center lines today. I think center lines are really important even if you're not competing, because it's a 10-meter half circle as you come onto that center line when you're at the lower levels. As you advance, it's actually two corners connected with a very short straight line on your short wall. And so getting a good center line really helps you see if your horse is supple equally in both directions. A lot of times what you might see is the horse overturns one direction and underturns the other direction. Working the center lines is a good way to start developing your horse's muscles to prepare them for the 10-meter circles without having the strain of doing a lot of 10-meter circles. So I'm just going to show you some of my center lines, a little bit of how I practice them. This horse usually stays pretty straight on the center line, but he's not always square in my halt, and he kind of learned a little bit of the cha-cha-cha when he halts, a little bit of anticipation of what's to come as he's gotten into a harder level. And that's not uncommon. I see that a lot of times when the horses get into third, fourth pre-St. George. So I'm going to turn for my center line, and I've missed it. I'm past the center line, so I'm going to right away circle back, and I'm going to try that again. I want a nice deep corner. I want to think about turning before the gate, so I hit that center line. If I'm not sure if I'm on the center line, I'm going to halt. And I'm going to take a look and go, where am I in the arena? Well, this time, I'm on the inside of the center line. So I've overcorrected. So I'm just going to try that again. Now, most of our tests, the halts, are going to be at X. So I practice most of my center lines so that I'm halting right at X. So in training level, I might come to a walk a little bit before X, make sure the horse is straight and balanced, and make a nice halt. And I want the horse to stand for 3 seconds and see he wiggles. I want them to stand for 3 full seconds before they walk off again. Good boy. He's like, come on, let's go. Let's go. Because we've worked on getting a little bit sharper from the halt into the trot. So he's a little anticipating. I do want to know if the horse is square. I'm going to look down, and my horse's shoulders look pretty even. And then I'm going to feel the hind leg. And the hind leg feels pretty even. So then I'm going to look down and go, you know what? He's a little bit left front forward, a little bit right hind forward. So now I have an idea in my mind what this horse feels like when he stands that little bit crooked. I have to turn a little early for the camera here. So now I'm going to just come the other direction and make another center line. So I'm going to start thinking about right now. I have a corner coming up. I want him to stay on the long wall as long as possible. Make a nice deep corner. Look with my eyes for where my center line is. Now I'm going to come right up to almost X. 3, 2, 1, freeze. And we make our halt. Oh. And now I want to look down. His shoulders look like his right front is forward. And so I'm going to guess that they're probably square this time. Still left front forward. So this horse is a little crooked. So he's going to give me a little different feel, ho, than a horse that's a little straighter. And I don't feel my saddle the same. It falls to the left side when I rock my hips. And I look over, his left hind is really far back. So when I have a horse that's really wiggly, I have him stand there just a little bit longer. So I want to make sure I get my 3 seconds of halt and then a loose rein so that it mimics my salute. Good boy. Got coyotes in the woods. Good boy. Nice deep corner. Where's my center line? I try not to turn my head too much because then I fall toward the outside and the shoulder comes up. 3, 2, 1, freeze. I want 1001, 1002, oh, he's moving. We start over. 1001. Nope, he's moving. We start over. 1001. He's moving. We start over. 1001. 1002. 1003. I make loose reins. He's still standing still. Good boy. Nope. And we get to start over. 1001. 1002. 1003. Loose reins. Good boy. Good boy. Oh. So that's just a little cha-cha-cha that from showing. He's learned that if he wiggles, I can't really do anything about it in the show ring. Now, if I have a horse who won't stop, I might just go forward instead and help them learn that they've got to activate the hind leg and get a little bit more connected from behind. So usually the horses that don't stop are too much on the forehand. Think about my turn now. Really thinking about where that center line is. Sometimes I need a little inside leg. 10-meter half circle is easy for this horse. And I might practice 10 or 15 of these in a day. And I just try and go in both directions. If he were to get like really naughty standing here, I would just trot on and just quit forcing him to stand still. But see, this is just a very mild, I'm ready when you are. It's just a tiny little nervousness that's there, anticipation from all of the transitions we've been doing from halt to basically extended trot. We've been trying to really get a better transition here. So he just has to chill out to those a little bit more. So that's just something that I practice a lot of to help the horses get a little more laterally supple in both directions. And they start learning to be prepared to trot off. So they will start naturally halting square on their own. Just start being aware of it. You don't want to start bumping their legs around to make them square because then you create that movement in the halt. And they need to learn to stand still. Happy riding, everyone.